Hi, welcome to your 30-minute Pilates video. All over body workout, so let's get started. Finding our neutral spine, we'll take our toes out and our heels up so we're hip width apart. We're going to lengthen through the torso, through the crown of the head, and if we need to, tuck the chin under. Taking the shoulders up, back and down so they're nice and stabilised. Concentrating on the pelvis for a moment, so tilting forwards and backwards, making the movement smaller and smaller until we've found our neutral spine. So we want our cervical, thoracic and lumbar spine aligned. Engaging the pelvic floor, that 20% contraction, and then onto our transverse abdominals, that tight belt pulling in, releasing down, and then releasing and holding at that 30%. So we're nice and zipped in. Okay, we'll just breathe nice, big inhale, filling the back part of the rib cage, and exhale. So we're just getting used to breathing all the way back into the rib cage because we can't breathe into the stomach because we've got our transverse abdominals engaged. Okay, we'll just warm up the major joints, so circling the arms. And 5 in the opposite direction. Now warming up the thoracic spine, taking the shoulders back and down and drawing back the right elbow. Keeping our hips facing forward. Just going to do 2 more on each side. Bringing the arms down, coming into our gentle squat. And then we'll take the toe forward, starting on the right side, draw the toe back, flex at the knee, down and out to the side. I'm just going to do 2 more. So you're all familiar with the Pilates exercise warm-up, so if you want to do a little bit more then you can do. So you could always pause the video, warm up as much as you want, but just making sure that we're warming up the major joints and jogging on the spot, warming the knees and ankles, and that gentle halt, taking the right heel forward and circle. Okay, you'll do 4 in each direction. We're just doing 2, circle, and reverse the circles. Perfect. So we're going to start with the roll down to push up. So we want to come to the end of the mat. We want to keep the shoulders back and down. We've got our transverse abdominals engaged. Nice big inhale, and we're going to exhale as we tuck the chin under and slowly roll down. Okay, when the hands are touching the mat, we're going to crawl out. And we're either going to stay on our toes, in which case you'll bring your glutes down, keep the transverse abdominals engaged, and we'll do the 6 push-ups. And then we're slowly crawling back up. And then coming back up to standing. Okay, so being prepared, the last thing to come up is your chin. Nice big inhale, exhale, roll down. So not really stopping, we're keeping that Pilates flow. Crawling out. Staying on our toes or coming to your knees, and the 6 push-ups. And then slowly crawling back up and coming to standing. And being prepared as soon as our chin comes up. Nice big inhale, exhale, tuck the chin under. Okay, if you've not already done so, Have a think about staying on your toes for these last 6, bringing your glutes down, transverse abdominals engaged, and 6. And slowly crawling back up and coming to standing. Nice slow roll down to the mat. Bending the knees and coming into a seated position. Okay, we want to do the spine twist now. So we're going to sit nice and tall. Sorry, my nose is running. So sitting nice and tall, lengthening through the torso. Our shoulders are back and down. And we're taking the arms out to the side. Nice big inhale and exhale, float round to the right. Back to centre and round to the left. Making sure you've got sufficient space. Keeping the neck nice and long. We're going to do 4 more each side. So each time on the spine twist, you want to feel yourself go a little bit further. So spine twist is mobility for the thoracic spine. And we're strengthening the internal and external obliques. And we'll do 1 more each side. And release and stretch up and over. So we're stretching through the obliques. And then we'll come down into our supine position and we'll do the 100. So making sure that we're lengthening through the crown of the head, lengthening through the torso. We've tilted the pelvis so you could just fit your index finger underneath your back and your shoulders are back and down. We're going to take the right leg up to tabletop. Imprints are pushing our ribs to hips so we don't flare the stomach to bring up the left. Coming up to our abdominal curl. And then either keeping our legs in tabletop or extend and pull down. Arms and shoulders off the mat. And we're gently beating for 100. Okay, we're halfway there, so we're going to keep the legs extended if you need to, which I'm going to do so I can talk, bringing the legs back to tabletop. So the neck's nice and relaxed, our shoulders are back and down, and we've got the transverse abdominals engaged. And the last 20. And take the shoulders back and down, and 1 foot down at a time. Now we're not going to go into a full body stretch just yet because we're going to do the hip roll. So we're going to carry on working the core muscles. So we're going to take the right leg back up to tabletop, push our ribs down to our hips to bring up the left, and then we're going to dip the heels below the knees. We're going to then inhale as we slowly take the legs over to the right side. And exhale as we bring them back to center. Now, if you want to take your arms a little bit further away from the mat and rolling over to the left. So we exhale back to center and we inhale as we roll over. Now, I always keep my head central, but if it feels comfortable as you go over to the left, take your head slightly over to the right. It's entirely up to you. The focus is using the abdominal muscles to pull us back to center. So we're using the transverse abdominals because you've got those engaged. We're using the internal and external obliques as you roll over to the side, and we're using the rectus abdominals. We're going to do 3 more each side. So exhale center, inhale over to the opposite side. It's really full. I feel those abdominal muscles pulling you back as we do the last one each side. And relax and bring your knees to chest. Okay, we're going to take the feet down and we're going to work the hips. So we're going to do the one leg circle. So your options are keeping the knees bent or taking the leg down onto the mat. So my left leg's on the mat, my right leg is going to lift up to the ceiling. I'm going to circle away from the midline of the body. And as I exhale, sweeping it over the left and back to center. We're going to do 4 more in this direction. So I'm just checking that we're not arching our back. We're keeping the transverse abdominals engaged. And we inhale as we go out. And exhale back to center. 1 more in this direction. And then reverse the circles. And the last circle. And relaxing that foot down. Bring the left leg up. Relax the right down on the mat. Right leg down on the mat. Nice big inhale and take the left leg up to the ceiling. Okay, we're going to inhale as we take it away from the midline of the body. And exhale as it sweeps over the right leg and back to center. 4 more in this direction. So again, we're just checking that the back's not arching. We've got our transverse abdominals engaged. And we're circling through the hip. 1 more in this direction. And reverse the circle, so coming towards the midline of the body. And the last circle. And resting that leg down. And we're going to full body stretch. So stretching all the way through the toes, through the fingertips. And then we'll come up into a seated position. We're going to do the roll down. So you can either keep your knees slightly bent or taking the legs down. Shoulders are back and down. We want to inhale as we stretch forward slightly and exhale as we keep the shoulders back and slowly roll down. We want to inhale as we take the arms over the top of the head and exhale as we keep the shoulders down and come up and stretch forward. Shoulders back and down, exhale as we roll down. Inhale, taking the arms over the top of the head. Exhale, bring the arms up, keep the shoulders back and down, and stretch forward. We're going to do 3 more. Shoulders are back and down, and pull ourselves back up, stretch forward, 2 more. So we're using all the abdominal muscles. We've got the transverse abdominals engaged. And stretch forward. Shoulders are back and down. Slowly roll down. Arms over the top of the head. Back up, shoulders back and down. Stretch forward. Let's do one last one and we'll come into a full body stretch. Perfect. Okay, we're going to roll over onto our left side. And we're going to stretch out, so we're relaxing on our hips, knees and ankles are stacked. It's palms facing the ceiling and the head's nice and relaxed. You've either got your hand on the mat or on your side and the shoulders back and down. We're going to inhale as we lift the top leg and exhale, squeeze and lengthen the bottom leg. And relax back down. So we do the next one again for a count of 3. So we're just finding our balance. And back down. Okay, so we're going to do the next for a count of 5. So we're stretching the leg, lifting and lengthening, feeling the external oblique working. We've got our transverse abdominals engaged. And we'll lower. So we're just going to do 3 more, keeping that flow of a count of 5. Keeping our transverse abdominals engaged. And relaxing down. Bring that top knee to your chest. And then we're going to stretch out. We're going to roll over onto our front and we're going to do the dart. So I want you to take the forehead onto the mat. Okay, I'm going to keep my head up just so that I'm not mumbling into the mat. But I want you to take the arms around to the side. I want the top of the hands onto the mat. So I want your palms facing the ceiling. I want you lengthened through the legs and relaxing the toes. We've got the transverse abdominals engaged. And then you're going to inhale and exhale. Lift the chest, lift the legs, lift the arms. So pushing the arms up. 1, 2, 3. Relax back down. So we're going to do 4 more. So inhale. Exhale, lift from the chest, keeping that head in alignment. Pushing the arms up. Pulling and stretching on the legs. And back down. Okay, I'm going to do 3 more. So as we exhale, lift. And back down. So this is really for the upper back. We're using the lumbar spine. And we're stretching. And back down. And the last one. Back down, pushing up into your child's pose stretch. Stretch the arms out in front. And let's even ourselves off. So over onto our right side. Hips, knees and ankles stacked. Palm facing the ceiling and stretching out. Hand on the mat, shoulder back and down or onto the side. We've got our transverse abdominals engaged and we're going to lift the top leg And exhale as we lengthen the bottom. And relaxing back down. Okay, the next one for a count of 3. So just getting used to the balancing, feeling that external oblique as it's holding those legs up, lengthening, strengthening, and back down. We're going to stick with a count of 5 now. And back down. So we're keeping that Pilates flow. We're not relaxing any of the muscles or any of the joints, but keeping that flow going. So transverse abdominals permanently engaged, lengthening through the legs. And we'll do 3 more. And 2 more. Whoops. And lengthening. And relaxing back down and knee to chest. Stretching through the glute. Okay, we're going to stretch out, come up to our 4 points. Okay, we're going to do some glute exercises, or else it wouldn't be a full body workout. So, shoulders in line with our hands, hips in line with our knees, tilting the pelvis to find the neutral, keeping that gaze on the mat. So we've got our cervical, thoracic and lumbar spine aligned. And we're going to take the right leg up to the ceiling and pulse for 8. And then we're going to stretch the leg out, pull down and up. So what we really want to be conscious of is that we've got the transverse abdominals engaged. We're not over flexing the lumbar spine as we lift. So the movement's the glute. We're not using the lumbar spine. And we will do 3 more. Back to right angle and pulse for 8. And then bring that knee through to centre and squeeze up. 7 more. 5, 4, last 3, 2, 1, and relax that knee down over to the left side, so up to right angle, pulse for 8. Stretch that leg out and dip the toe down and up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to right angle and pulse for 8. And bring that knee through and squeeze up. Do 7 more. 4, 3, 2, last 1, and knee down, relax back down, take the arms down and round to the back, relaxing the forehead on the mat. Okay, last one. We're going to come and we'll do the plank. Well, the Pilates plank. So, hands either down or fist. It's entirely up to you. Okay, I want you to stretch the toes out. Okay, so if you've got something where you can see a reflection, great. Because I don't want you up like this. I want you down, nice and flat. So glutes are engaged, transverse abdominals are engaged. On your tiptoes, we're going to push forward and back. We're just going to do 6 more. That's 5. That's 4. Keeping the transverse abdominals engaged. That's 3. Last 2. And last 1. Okay, coming up to your 4 points, we're going to do 5 cat stretches. So take the gaze up to the ceiling as you inhale. And exhale, tilt the chin under, tuck the pelvis under and round the back. I'm going to do 4 more. Last 1. Child's pose, stretch the arms out in front. Okay, coming into our supine position. Arms out to the side, feet and knees together, and gently rock from side to side. Speed it up. Stretches. And over to the left side with your head, right side with your legs and feet. If you've gone the opposite way, it doesn't matter. And back to centre and the opposite side. And back to centre. Relaxing the arms, take the right leg to the ceiling for a hamstring stretch. And toes towards you, feeling a calf stretch. And ankle to knee, bringing up the left leg, feeling a right glute stretch. Placing both feet down, left leg to the ceiling, hamstring stretch. Bring the toes towards you, feeling a calf stretch. Ankle to knee, bringing up the right leg, feeling a left glute stretch. Gently rolling over onto your front, hands by your shoulders. Nice big inhale, exhale, stretch up, feeling that core muscle stretch. And come into a seated position. Right arm out, ear to shoulder, flex up and over. Back down, opposite side, up and over. And the 4 shoulder rolls. So I really hope you've enjoyed this quick 30-minute all over body workout. You know, there's lots more videos that you can go and have a look at. And if you want to do some just stretches, I've done my 15-minute. So kind of quick warm up. If you just want the stretch part, go to minute 9, I think it is. And then you'll get about 8 or 9 minutes of post Pilates stretches. Okay, enjoy your day. Awesome. Absolutely love it. Take care and see you soon. Bye.